Hey everyone, what's up? My name is Moeez, and I am super excited today to be at the WP Summit hosted by CrocoBlock. I think the team has done a fantastic job in organizing this online event, and I'm grateful for them to be giving me this opportunity today and to speak with you about digital agencies, hosting, WordPress, and whatnot. So today I'm going to be using this opportunity to speak with digital agencies in particular. And the topic of my session today is the impact of scalable hosting solutions on the success of digital agencies. Now, before we move on, I just wanted to start off with a short introduction about myself. I am the head of community here at Cloudways, and we are a managed cloud hosting solution that caters primarily to SMBs and digital agencies. I think you might have gotten the hint of why I chose this particular topic to speak on today. So, before we move on to what scalable hosting solutions are and why they are important, let's start from the basic stuff, right? I mean, and this is sort of my agenda for today. I just summarized what I will be speaking on in my session today, and starting off with why hosting is important. I think most of you might already know the answer to that, but just to build up or towards the scalable hosting solution part, why hosting is important, what is a traditional hosting solution and what are the challenges, and then moving on to scalable hosting solutions and what are the benefits and how agencies can use scalable hosting solutions for their success. So, why does it matter for hosting for digital agencies to have a quality hosting provider? Well, first of all, speed and uptime. I mean, if you are a digital agency, your clients will always expect high performances, will always expect maximum uptime. I mean, obviously, if it's an e-commerce store, they will never tolerate downtime because that's their bread and butter, right? uh, Second point, security and backups, right? I mean, if you run a survey of all your clients and ask that if they are willing to compromise on the security of their website, I'm not sure, or I am pretty confident that none of them will agree to that, because security and backups are so important for every website out there, right? And reliable support, and this point is more important for you as a digital agency rather than your client, because we often underestimate how regularly we need a reliable support agent, right? I mean, you need support more often than you think, and having a reliable support that always have your back is invaluable. I mean, you can't put a price on that. Finally, scalability and flexibility. I will get on that later on in my presentation, but just to give you a gist of why scalability and flexibility is important for you as a digital agency, because you need a hosting solution that grows with you, right? I mean, you are busy acquiring more clients and you don't want to worry about your hosting provider while you do that, right? I mean, you want to focus on getting more clients, you want to focus on getting more sales, you want to focus on acquiring more users, while being very free about how your hosting is going to handle all those things, right? So you have to make sure that your hosting provider is scalable first, and then it's flexible as well. Flexibility allows you to have a hosting provider that is suitable for needs of every client that you have. I mean, if you have 100 clients, it's a good chance that almost all of them will have needs that are different, right? And if you have a hosting provider that is rigid, you may find it difficult to acquire those clients. So you need to have a hosting provider that is flexible and scalable at the same time. Now, moving on to challenges of having a traditional hosting solution, right? I mean, I get it. I mean, you have a shared hosting environment because it saves you a lot of money. And when you look at your books, it might feel like it's a good decision. But when you talk about growth and when you talk about how serious you are about your own digital agency, you need to consider these factors before you choose a traditional hosting solution, right? You need to make sure that you're thinking about scalability, because a shared hosting environment is not scalable. It won't grow with you, it won't grow with your business. It has zero automation, right? You will be doing a lot of stuff manually. That is going to take up a lot of your time. that you may be investing in getting more clients, right? I mean, you don't want to get your hands dirty fixing your server, getting your client side back up. I mean, you don't want to do that. I mean, you want to automate all of those things and focus on growing your business. And finally, as we all know, subpar performance and security. So traditional hosting solutions are not primarily known for, or they're not famous for having top-notch security or top-notch performance, right? So challenges of traditional hosting solutions, you need to make sure that you take these into account before making a decision. So moving on to the meat of this presentation, the most important part. What exactly is a scalable hosting solution? I mean, we know that there is a dedicated environment. We know that there are shared hosting solution providers, and then there is a cloud hosting solution provider. But what exactly do I mean when I say that a hosting solution should be scalable? And to answer this question, uh, I have these 4 pointers over here, right? It allows users to scale your resources and as and when needed, right? I mean, so you have like 100 clients, 200 clients, and all of them obviously have different periods in throughout the year where they may face traffic surges, right? Where they may face different situations where they need resources to be either increased or decreased. A scalable hosting solution allows you to do that in a matter of minutes, right? I mean, you don't have to go into the back end and do it yourself. If it has an intuitive platform, a user-friendly interface, a scalable hosting solution will allow you to scale your hosting resources in a matter of minutes. Because the scalable hosting solution is hosted on a cloud infrastructure, it allows for higher performance and security, right? Cloud infrastructures are best known for providing performance results and rock solid security. So it's always a good idea to have a scalable hosting solution because of these two reasons alone. High flexibility to tailor fit demands of your clients. I mean, I spoke about flexibility a couple of slides back, and it's important to have a hosting provider that tailor fits to different clients that you have in your portfolio, right? I mean, you may have an e-commerce store, you may have a client who has a brochure website, you may have a client that runs an e-commerce store, you may have a client that runs a gaming website. So a scalable solution fits all of those needs effortlessly. So you have to make sure that the hosting solution that you have is flexible. And lastly, auto scaling. So auto scaling is sort of, I won't say it's a new technology in the market, but people are still getting used to it, people are still adapting to it. And auto scaling sort of is one step ahead of what scalable solutions are, right? And what it does is basically it ensures that your performance remains stable, your website remains up during unexpected traffic surges, right? So and that is mostly common with e-commerce stores, right? Because when they are running a sales promotion, when they are running Facebook ads, when there is a holiday season coming up, which is just a couple of months ahead. So during these times, these e-commerce stores face traffic surges, they face traffic on their websites that they normally don't do, right? And that is when uh, your clients need a solution that automatically handles all that extra traffic without affecting performance, without affecting site speed, without affecting uptime. So that is what auto scaling basically does. And having that in your repertoire, having that in your arsenal will make you a digital agency, to be a competitive digital agency that usually uh, other digital agencies are not. So you have to make sure that you have all these four pointers noted down, and consider these pointers when you're selecting a hosting solution after this session. So very important to have make sure that your hosting solution is scalable, flexible, and if it has auto scalable capabilities, it definitely will give you an edge. Now let's talk about digital agencies in particular. Like, what are the benefits of having scalable hosting solutions for digital agencies specifically? So you have auto scaling, as I mentioned before, results in maximum uptime, right? So consider that you have a client who has never had his site down or their site down uh, ever since they have been your client, right? And imagine what they will do to their trust level. Imagine what it will do to their trust level that they have on you as a digital agency, right? So you have to make sure that auto scaling is something that you have in today's time. I think it's very important that you have auto scaling solution in your arsenal. It's cost effective. I mean, from a bird's eye view, it may seem like auto scalable solution or scalable solutions are more expensive. It doesn't allow you for a better profit margin. And if you're charging, for example, $12, $13, or even $25 per month from your client, they may seem like they're overpaying for their hosting solution, and it may end up increasing your bill to a significant level. But it's actually not that much, because you pay for only what you use, right? I mean, your clients are paying for the resources that they're utilizing, and as an agency owner, it is your responsibility, it is your duty to communicate that to your clients. I mean, clients may not see it as important as it is. I mean, they may value cost and money over everything else, and that makes sense in today's macroeconomic environment. But I think and I believe that as an agency owner, it is your responsibility to communicate that to your client, that you only pay for what you use. I mean, you don't have to pay a fixed amount every month, and that is what makes scalable hosting solutions so cost effective. And if you want, obviously, as an agency owner, you would want your clients to have all the necessary technology that they can to make sure that their site is up all the time, so that they're not ringing your phone at the middle of the night if their website site goes down, right? And I think to save yourself even from that hassle, you need to make sure that you communicate this message to your clients, that scalable hosting solutions are the way to go. Again, I will repeat this again and again. I think this is the third time that I'm saying this. uh, it it's something that no client or no site owner will compromise on, which is performance, right? So a scalable hosting solution is something that you can use to guarantee performance to your clients. And again, as with the first point, it will definitely result in an increased level of trust uh, within your clients. Automation, I mean, nowadays you have to make sure that you use your time as effectively as you use your money, right? So you have to make sure that you you have the necessary automations in place, and scalable hosting solutions does provide that, right? I mean, I work for Cloudways, and I can tell you 10 automations that we provide to our customers and agency customers, that they can use to save time, that they can use to save their time, that they will be instead using to grow their business, to get more clients, and to gather more business, right? I mean, and that is what our aim at Cloudways is, that to make sure that our customers, who are mainly digital agencies, focus on increasing their portfolio, getting more clients, and increasing their profits, rather than spending time on managing their servers, which obviously results in peace of mind, which is one of our values as well. So as an agency owner, you need to make sure that for the peace of you for your own sake, for the peace of your own mind, you choose a hosting solution that automates a lot of redundant tasks, and then as a result, leaving you with more time to deal with clients and get more acquisitions, right? And it's a win-win for both. I mean, I explained earlier that how it is cost effective for your clients, and how it will be time effective for you if you choose a scalable hosting solution, right? So for you, it's saving you time, and for your clients, it's saving you a lot of money. And again, if even then, if your client chooses to go for a shared hosting solution, you need to explain to them that the money that you're saving on hosting solutions, you will end up spending double that amount if your site goes down, right? I mean, you will end up losing double that amount of money if your site goes down in the future because of a subpar hosting solution, right? So you need to get this message across to your clients that a scalable hosting solution may seem that you're overpaying And again, I would say it may seem that you're overpaying, but it is saving you a lot of money, it is saving you a lot of time in the future, in the long run, because you will never have performance issues, you will never have downtime issues, and it will save you a lot of instances where you can incur losses, right? So these are some of the things that you need to make sure that you communicate to your clients very clearly. uh, how a scalable hosting solution is flexible, and how that flexibility is adaptable to your agency growth, right? A scalable hosting solution is a partner in growth. As I mentioned before, a traditional hosting solution is not, right? So what a traditional hosting solution does is basically it restricts you from growing, right? It can only grow so much that it can allow you to go from A to B, not from B to Z, right? You will have to make sure that you choose a hosting solution that can take you the mile, right? That can take you a long way in terms of your growth. And again, it will save you the hassle of moving to another hosting provider when your client faces traffic or bandwidth issues, right? So the time and the money that you will spend on moving from one hosting provider to another, you can save that time and money by choosing a reliable hosting provider, a scalable hosting solution in the start, so that you don't spend that time and money, you don't waste that time and money in the future, right? And that is what I'm trying to communicate over here with this slide, is that a scalable and a reputable hosting solution for your digital agency will save you time and money in the future. It will save you time and money in the long run, and that is the same for your client as well. As an agency owner, you can focus on selling your services to your clients without worrying about outgrowing your hosting solution, right? So again, as I mentioned before, a scalable hosting solution grows with your business. It doesn't stop you from growing, it doesn't restrict your growth. And if you have a scalable hosting solution, you will work on growth strategies, you will work on growing your business, rather than thinking about if my hosting solution is going to be my partner in growth, or will it not be, right? So I think this is over here at this point in time. If you are a digital agency looking for growth, if you're a digital agency that is just starting off, you need to make sure that you choose a hosting provider that can be with you in the long run, not a hosting provider that will sort of save you a couple of bucks, a couple of $100 in the first month or the second month, and then after that you will be left deciding which hosting provider to jump on after that. So that will be a waste of time for you as well, and for your clients too. So just to further validate my point on why scalable hosting solutions are important, so we had this SEO, this digital agency called Guru SEO, all right, and they decided to jump on Cloudways a couple of years ago. And it's basically a digital agency that provides design services and marketing services in Alberta, Canada. And they moved to Cloudways a couple of years ago, and after that they sort of uh, they saw results that they didn't before. I mean, the clients that they had uh, experienced massive success at a scale where they couldn't imagine it a few years ago. I mean, they had a website. It was a crypto portfolio website, and that they saw a 400% increase in ROI on that website, because they moved to a reliable hosting solution that could that gave them the performance that they were expecting, the uptime that they were expecting, that they didn't had before, right? So I would highly recommend that you read the full case study that I have linked in this slide over here, so that you can get an idea of how digital agencies are moving to scalable hosting solutions, are moving to cloud hosting solutions that can be beneficial for them first, and that can also be beneficial for their clients as well. So that is something that I wanted to just communicate over here, a case study. And we have tens of other case studies just like these over here, but due to the restriction of time, I can't share all of them over here. But if once you go to the page that I have linked over here, you will find many other success stories that we have, where digital agencies from all around the world switch to cloud solutions and experience success themselves as well, and their clients in return experienced success as well. So, lastly, what is the future of scalable hosting, right? I mean, we are standing in 2024, it's about to end. And what can we say about what's the future of scalable hosting solutions, where this technology will go from here, right? And I personally believe that artificial intelligence, AI, will have a massive input in how scalable hosting solutions evolve from this point on, right? I mean, integration of AI may result in deeper automation. And I spoke about automation before as well. That will result in a more hands-off approach. I mean, right now there are still some of the things that you may have to do manually, but going forward, I think it will all be automated. I mean, you won't have to do anything other than the fact that just put in your credit card, buy a hosting solution, and then leave it at that. It would be completely set and forget, right? And that is my observation. I think that is what will happen in the future. Enhanced security measures, and I think AI will have an input over here as well, where it will automatically detect threats based on its data. It will automatically detect vulnerabilities, and better authentication and verifications will also be a result of that. Green hosting is something that is being talked about this year, and when I think a couple of years ago people were talking about green hosting as well. I think that will become more common in the future because of environmental awareness, and people being more aware of how hosting or servers are impacting the environment through their carbon footprint, right? And I think green hosting is something that will be be a huge part of the future, resulting in lesser carbon emission. And I think finally, integrating with popular CMSs such as WordPress and Magento. I think right now there is a lot to be done when it comes to hosting solutions being integrated with WordPress, with Magento, Laravel, and other CMSs that are there in the market. And I think hosting solutions will work on deeper integrations with WordPress, with Magento, and so that they can provide a more tailored approach, more tailored solution to their customers. And obviously, WordPress being the biggest CMS out there, I think this would be something that the hosting solutions will look into the future, that how they can provide more tailored approach, more tailored solution to WordPress users, to Magento users, and other popular CMSs out there. So folks, this was all from my end, from my presentation. I'm thankful for CrocoBlock and its team for giving me this opportunity. If you have any questions, you can ask in the chat. I'm available for the next I think 12-13 minutes as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you want to follow me, I've given my LinkedIn profile link. You can follow me over there. Until then, see you.